Welcome everybody to the Bluegrass Iracing Truck Series. We are here tonight live from Sonoma Raceway. We're on board here with Sean Kaiser. It's 24 machine. We'll see where he's able to put this truck tonight. You're here in Sonoma Valley, California. Here for this road course. Another road course for these guys. Already visited a few road courses throughout the season. Bear Morton currently our fastest driver, followed by Daniel Cunningham and Lucas Lyons and Sean Kaiser. You're going to take over that top spot. Remember, we've been to a few road courses this season, and actually one. It was the Chicago Street Course. And Peyton Hubbard took home the victory in that race. So we'll be looking to see if he can do it again, but we're still on board here with Sean Kaiser. So, have a little bit of a different look here tonight in the Bluegrass Iracing series. A few things out of our control have kind of taken away our overlays from us, which is really unfortunate. But nevertheless, the show is still going to go on, as here's Chad Ross in that 83 machine. Cody Anderson in the 42 truck. Going to take over our top spot. There's Chad Ross out on track in the 83 machine. Looking to see if Peyton Hubbard in that 51 truck is out on track, and here he is. Peyton Hubbard's been super quick as of late. He always is super quick. To see Peyton Hubbard top of the board, 7/10 quicker than Cody Anderson. This 51 truck, he will be a sight to watch tonight. He's going to be very quick. One of the best road course racers we have in the Bluegrass Iracing series, no matter which of the three series you go to. Always seems to have these road courses down. I got to do a little bit of practice with him earlier this week. I can tell you, he was putting down some pretty fast laps. His pole time right now, 1:18.4. I will say I did run better than that, but nevertheless, Peyton Hubbard, 7/10 right now over Cody Anderson. You can see him go wide there. Gonna go through the final corner back onto the straightaway of this 2-mile track. Off of turn 12. Let's keep that same time for Peyton Hubbard. Gonna be our leader. Go to Shepard out on track in the 101 machine. See your top three at the top left. Again, I know it's a little bit of a different look tonight, but work with what we're given, and we're going to have a good night here at Sonoma Valley, California. If y'all enjoy the content tonight, make sure you hit a thumbs up button on YouTube or Facebook. We appreciate all the support that we get every single week from everyone. Go to Shepard here. Gonna go up the hill. Right back down the hill. Went in to turn 4. On through the S as he goes down the backstretch. We'll see where this puts him. Back down here for the final corner. Going on to the long straightaway. We'll see where Dakota Shepard's able to put his machine at. About 1 minute left of qualifying. Shepard in the 101 machine will go 23rd. Daniel Worthington on track in the 113 machine. Daniel Worthington right now, his first lap was able to put him P17. This track is really fun. You know, a lot of really fast-paced, even though it's not high-speed corners, a lot of fast-paced corners, a few really slow corners, especially in our final corner here. Let's see, able to get around track there. And remember here at Sonoma, there's an entire infield section. Daniel Worthington going to P15, so you kind of know them as turn 4. And we're not going to be doing the in part section anymore, where they went in through the track. Really quickly, again, with a little bit of our changes tonight, we can go ahead and take a look here at our starting lineup tonight. Once it comes back around. This track is very fun. You just have to enjoy it. That is the name of the game here in the Bluegrass Iracing series. You really got to put in a lot of work here, especially at these road courses. A little bit different than what we're used to, you know. But Sonoma has been one of those staple tracks that has been around in NASCAR for a long time. So, you know, they've been using this track for a while now, you know, over 20 so years. So really, once we come here in Watkins Glen, those are usually our 2 tracks that we've been to the most. But we're going to go ahead and look here at our top guys. Peyton Hubbard's going to be starting tonight in first place. Cody Anderson second. Barrett Morton's going to be starting third tonight. Daniel Cunningham fourth. Sean Kaiser starting fifth tonight. And Alex is going to be starting 6th. Chad Ross going to be starting 7th. Eric Parks 8th. Bobby Hall Jr. 9th. Christopher McCullough going to be starting 10th tonight. Stephen Page 11th. Wes Wiggin 12th. Drew Prohl going to be starting in that 13th position. Jim Kaufman starting 14th tonight. Daniel Worthington 15th. Lucas Lyons loves this track, is going to be starting 16th. Joshua Clemens is going to be starting 17th tonight. David Brackett 18th. David Sheets 19th. And Kenneth McCullough will be starting in that 20th position tonight. Jeremy Vaughn 21st. Kayla Steffes 22nd. Dakota Shepard 23rd. Bentley McFarland 24th. Dustin Reinstedel is going to be starting 25th. John Mollahan 26th. Carlton Charles 27th. Ryan Terry is going to be starting 28th. Michael Cole 29th. And Ron Morris Jr. is going to be starting 30th. And rounding out our field tonight, Michael Robinson is going to be starting in that 31st position. Caught up here. And again, with a little bit of a different look tonight. I might not be able to catch all the action, but we will do our best to catch as much of it as we can. Peyton Hubbard's going to be starting first for us tonight. Where things kind of get a little bit weird to my knowledge. I know that's turn 4, now going into turn 7. But really it's turn 5 of this track. That'd be turn 4, and then here's turn 5. Very hard to get off the corner right there. And you can never really get full throttle here. Very hard to get to the throttle, and then you go into the hard winding S's here in Sonoma Valley, California. Those hard winding S's into this right-hander. Very slow right-hander, that is. Easily overdrive it, get into those left side tire barriers. Which is not what you want. Pace car's off, though.
Green, green, green.
And action is underway here in Sonoma Valley, California. Peyton Hubbard gonna lead us to the green flag, and you can see him already out with a jump on the field. As here they come into turn 1, and you see a lot of drivers try to make up positions. And remember, our drivers tonight, you know, there is no stoppage at the stage break. Remember, this race is gonna be 35 laps. Our stage break's going to be at 14, but remember, there's going to be no stoppage in driving, that is. See back here, Cody Anderson right now in that 3rd place spot. 2nd place, Daniel Cunningham 3rd, Bear Morton 4th. All of our drivers going into this very slow section. You really want to get on the throttle here. The Bobby Hall Jr. really tried to get on the throttle. Can't really pass through here. And there's certain passing zones that you'll have to watch out for. No passing zones going through the S's here. You might be side by side, but that's about it. You have this hard left-hand corner right here, and then you really get to the big passing zone into the final corner. The base track, it's turn 11. See them get out of turn 11, and right behind them you can see the car is already sideways. Eric Parks, or Stephen Page, that is, going to be able to take a spot from Wes Wiggin, and there's Lucas Lyons now. He's going to push Wes Wiggin. These two battle for 12th position. And Drew Prohl, Daniel Worthington right behind them. Peyton Hubbard, though, still out front. Has a 2.1 second gap already over Cody Anderson. Cunningham right behind them, and there's Bear Morton and Sean Kaiser. You are right near each other. We'll see if Sean Kaiser tries to make a move. And look at Alex Healy right behind him. And the cars get a lot closer than you think they are through that final corner. You really are able to get up to the guy in front of you, but you can't really do much. Once you get on this straightaway right here, you have a passing zone into turn 1, but it's very hard. You have to drive it in harder than them and get just here on entry. And you can see Alex Healy just nowhere near close enough to make that move. So at this instance right here, and it's very loose off of turn 1, as you see Alex Healy get very sideways. Over here through turn 3, that is. Those are both turn 3 right there, down into turn 4. Hard right-hand corner. You have to get very close to that wall to maximize speed. Down into turn 5. Turn 5 is a pretty good passing zone if you can get the run. Then again, you're going to go back into this long S. S-like straightaway, you can call it almost. You can see, look at the cars bob and weave as they go through this section. See right here, Sean Kaiser and Bear Morton still back to back for this fourth place position, that is. 2-second lead now for our leader, Peyton Hubbard. He's looking to pick up right where he left off at Chicago. .6 seconds is that interval. He's Sean Kaiser, Bear Morton, Alex Healy. Alex Healy all over the back here. Sean Kaiser able to get to the throttle very well right there. Well, Alex Healy, again, it's pretty hard to pass through this section right here. But you have to get on the throttle. This is a good passing section, but Alex Healy just a little bit too far back. Let's see. 33 of Eric Parks is also right there. This is a good passing zone. Not able to make anything out of it this time, though, so you're going to have to wait until you get back down into turn 11. Sean Kaiser with a pretty good run right here. He might be able to make a move here, as it looks like Eric Parks is going to go for that move on Alex Healy. Right behind these guys, and you can see Eric Parks getting that truck in there, is going to shut the door. Alex Healy gives him a bump, but nothing for it. Eric Parks is going to move up into that 6th place position over the 97. Right behind them, Christopher McCullough is sideways. He is caught up to the back of Alex Healy. Chad Ross right behind them. Bobby Hall Jr. right now running in that 10th place position. Solid run so far here for Bobby. Stephen Page right behind them. Wes Wiggin fell back a tiny bit. Lucas Lyons, Drew Prohl, Daniel Worthington with Joshua Clemens right behind him. If Josh can make a move here, but it looks like he's pretty content to stay behind that 113 machine. See, Daniel Worthington overshoots the corner, and this is a hard place to be side by side. Josh Clemens not able to get on the gas there to help him. See Jim Kaufman, Kenneth McCullough, a driver that we see up front a lot. Road courses not look to be his forte. 23 seconds behind the leader. Justin Reinstedel right now running 19th. David Brackett 20th. David Sheets out on track. John Mollahan, another strong competitor we have. Courses are not seeming to be his ideal situation. Kayla Steffes, Bentley McFarland, Brian Terry, Jeremy Vaughn, Ron Morse Jr., Dakota Shepard, Carlton Charles, Michael Cole with a little bit of damage, and then it goes back to our leader. Peyton Hubbard right now, 7-second gap over Cody Anderson, already here on lap 6 out of 35. Really set the pace tonight, and this is exactly what he did when he was at Chicago. Might as well. Let's see if maybe we can go more lap here with Peyton Hubbard. This is kind of that turn 11 area. At least I know it as turn 11 here. I think it's a different corner in the Cup Series layout, but you can see you really want to get close to those tires. Nice and easy on the throttle. See Cody Anderson 7.2 seconds behind him. Really hold the throttle here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. About half throttle right there. You hear him let off. Really want to run close to that yellow line. Now you're hitting the brake hard. You got to put it into second gear. Get off at this corner fairly nice and easy. You can't over-rotate the tires or you will spin. Going in here into second gear still, unless you want to pop it up to third, but usually you'll be second. Really loosen that corner right there. You got to brake hard. Don't want to go over that apron. You don't want to go over the apron like he did there. I'll say it's a little bit to the left of that, but fairly good of a corner. Open up this entry. This is where you're going to be carrying the most speed throughout the track. Right here. You can't get full throttle right there. Now you're about full throttle, half throttling, half throttling. You want to stay on the aprons there. Get around the corners fairly decently. And now you're going to get full throttle. Almost pushing it up to 4th gear here, but staying as left as you can. You can see very tight into this corner. You want to get all the way out to the apron there to maximize speed. Then you got to drive it in super hard right here. You can see catching a few of those cars. Michael Cole's right there ahead of him. Stay close to those tires and you're back to the throttle. 8 seconds is now that gap from 1st to 2nd. Peyton Hubbard's starting to catch some traffic now. First car to fall 1 lap down here on lap 8. Peyton Hubbard really putting a beating on these guys up front. Got an 8-second gap over Cody Anderson, who has a 2.5-second gap over Daniel Cunningham. Go back a little bit. Sean Kaiser. Eric Parks has had a great start to this race. See Eric Parks right now looking pretty quick to start off this race. He'll go through the S section here. Right behind Sean Kaiser. You see Alex Healy right behind him. It looks like Barrett Morton falling back. Ron Morris Jr. off track there, as you can see. Looks like maybe Barrett Morton might have also went off track. He was running up in 3rd. He is falling behind this pack of cars here. Eric Parks, Alex Healy, Barrett Morton. Christopher McCullough also up there. So he's trying to catch Sean Kaiser here. Not able to do it just yet, but Barrett Morton goes from 3rd to 7th, and now Christopher McCullough all over the back of Barrett Morton there. But here we have Eric Parks, who, again, has just been so strong at the beginning of this race. Almost gets in the back of Sean there. Have to be nice and easy. See them come off a turn 4, that is. Coming to turn 5. You can see a stretch of cars. S's here. A lot of action, as you can see right behind these guys. Train there behind Lucas Lyons. You see Michael Cole having a little bit of trouble there. Worthington running in 14th right now. Very solid start to his race. Not sure. Bobby Hall Jr. back in the 20th position. Looks like he might have had an issue. Might have went around at some point, but Bobby Hall Jr. back into the 20th position. Not the night that he wanted to have here. Peyton Hubbard, though, our guy up front. You really just see as all the cars go up the hill. There's the gap between him and Cody Anderson. Peyton Hubbard with the issues. I think Peyton might have went off track. He is now only 2.9 seconds ahead of our leader. 3.1 that is. But Peyton Hubbard definitely went off track somewhere. Don't see any damage to that car, so looks fine. But again, you know, the driver's going to win this race is the driver that makes the least amount of mistakes. Makes the least amount of detrimental mistakes, that is. looks like even though that mistake cost him a good amount of time, over 5 seconds of time, able to get back on track and going. So issues there for that 51 machine, but back on course, and that gap's up to 3.3 seconds. So he's just gonna leave, or he's gonna continue where he left off. As you see, he's gonna put Michaela Steffes here a lap down. She's gonna let him go in turn 3 there. Lap 14 is going to be our stage break. That's going to be here in 3 or so laps. Remember, it's not a break. It's just going to be a quick. It's more of just seeing where they finish at the end of that lap, and then they'll get points wherever position that they finish at. We'll stay green flag racing. Hubbard currently leads us, and I don't think we need to talk about it. So the drivers have 3 tire sets, but with 35 laps, we'll see how long they'll be able to go on fuel. I'm not sure if any of these guys are going to have to save fuel because they've already made it to lap 12, but that means that they would need to make it around lap 17, a little bit past that to make it all the way. So we'll see if these drivers have to pit here before our first stage break. Again, lap 12 out of 35 so far. Peyton Hubbard leads Cody Anderson right now. Cody Anderson holding strong right now. Only 4.7 seconds behind the leader. Same thing with Daniel Cunningham. He's only 3 seconds back of Cody Anderson. So he's not that far back right now. That 08 machine's running pretty good. Deshaun Kaiser right now running in that P4 position. About 14 seconds back of our leader. He's been able to put kind of a gap between him and Eric Parks. Not a comfortable gap, and look at Christopher McCullough. Christopher McCullough up into that 6th position. He's been able to get around Alex Healy. See Chad Ross up to 8th. Barrett Morton struggling from his starting position back there in 9th position now. Looks like these guys are staying out. So Wes Wiggin right now occupying that 10th place position, but Drew Prohl ever so close to getting closer to him. Joshua Clemens having a great night in that 28 machine. Josh has been pretty quick at the road courses. He was pretty quick at Chicago. And right now he's out here running very well tonight so far. Be able to see what he could do the rest of the night. Making his way close to that top 10 spot. Lucas Lyons driving the iconic scheme for this weekend. You can see him having some fun here. Dustin Reinstedel having a great night as well up in that 14th position. That 11 machine's doing pretty good. Daniel Worthington top 15 right now. Jim Kaufman right now running 16th. Kenneth McCullough Jr. 17th. John Mollahan 18th. David Sheets 19th. Bobby Hall Jr. making his way up from his mistake. Still in 20th position, but he's caught 19th and 18th. We'll see if this 94. Bobby Hall Jr. can make a move here on John Mollahan and David Sheets. You can see really able to drive it in a little bit quicker than these guys. You can see him. Here comes Bobby Hall Jr. Throw in that car here, and you want to be on that bottom side. And you can see David Sheets gives him no issue, and David Sheets goes around. What I was talking about, that corner gets very loose, and unfortunately, David was just really trying to let him have it, but trying to turn hard right and get halfway on the throttle there is usually pretty risky. Let's see, that did not work out well for him. Last Bobby Hall Jr. making his way back up inside the top 20. Michael Cole is in, Stephen Page is in, Jeremy Vaughn looks like he made a pit stop. Lap 14 here, as you can see. All of our drivers are positioned, and ooh, looks like Christopher McCullough maybe with the slip up. As Chad Ross and Barrett Morton have both gotten around Christopher McCullough and Alex Healy. Alex Healy overshoots turn 5 there, but Eric Parks, Sean Kaiser now with a pretty decent gap between them, but this right here, lap 13 out of 35, or that's 14 out of 45. Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard is going to win stage 1 in dominating fashion. See, Cody Anderson's going to come around and take that P2 spot. Not too far behind him, Daniel Cunningham is going to take over P3. P4 is going to go to Sean Kaiser, 17 seconds back of our leader in that 4th place position. See, Eric Parks is going to take P5. P6 is going to go to Alex Healy. Get some points tonight. Chad Ross is going to get 7th over 8th place Bear Morton. This Wiggin is going to get 10th as 9th goes to Christopher McCullough. So that is going to be our stage 1 ending. But remember, no caution for the stage break. Now we'll watch and see when these guys go in and pit. They can make it to lap 17. They definitely are going to be close to making it all the way. But I can tell you the person that doesn't have any fuel is this 51 truck. He is lights out quick. And he likes to stay out again. You see the delta up at the top. That's in each sector. Sector 1, 2, and 3. Basically, in iRacing, the track breaks it up in 3 sectors, and you can see where you're faster at. You can see Peyton Hubbard 1.7 seconds quicker was last time by, but now that time only half a second quicker. Cody Anderson, 2.3 seconds quicker in the middle sector. Sure, where that 42? Cody Anderson, oh, there he is, right there. Team go up into turn 1, so it's about 12 seconds back now. Peyton Hubbard. Well, his tires have clicked in. He's fallen back. And last time by, Daniel Cunningham definitely a little bit quicker, so we'll have to watch this 08 machine to see if maybe he'll catch up here to Cody Anderson. See here, Sean Kaiser still able to hold off Eric Parks. You see all the trucks go through the S's there. Eric Parks has fallen a little bit back now at Sean Kaiser. We did see a few drivers pit, but our leaders electing to stay out here on lap 16, coming to lap 17. So it looks like this is going to be a one-stop race. You know, if they make it around next time by, I mean, they're going to be on lap 17 here, I believe. Yeah, so you guys coming around to lap 17 to 18 definitely can make it all the way, so we'll be watching to see if any of our drivers decide to take the hard left-hand turn and come into the pits. A few drivers here looking to maybe go a lap down. Nevertheless, watching, and you can see Daniel Worthington coming in this time by. Dustin Reinstedel also in. A few drivers will be coming in the pits here soon. Most of our field kind of separated out a little bit. Kaiser stuck behind Brian Terry there going through the S's, but we'll go back up here to our leader, Peyton Hubbard. Looks like he's going to come in this time by. So, about halfway through the race. Guys are going to have to pit, so watch Cody Anderson here, and this is halfway lap. So they're already just halfway through the race, and Cody Anderson elects to stay out. Bit of interesting, maybe strategy change up, but Daniel Cunningham also stays out. Eric Parks, Sean Kaiser, all going to stay out, respectively. So the leader comes in pit. There goes Alex Healy. He's going to take the hard left turn in the pit lane, and this pit lane is definitely a lot different. is that you see the line is not until right there, so you definitely can make up some time going through pit road. And look at Josh Clemens up to Kenneth McCullough's bumper now. Josh Clemens has been very quick tonight. 28 machine up into 10th place, well 7th at the moment because of pit stops, but nonetheless, he's been very, very good. I mean, you can see though, Peyton Hubbard already out of the pits, and I mean, this car is just on fire. But we'll go back and watch Cody Anderson, see when he decides to pit. Cody coming through the S's right now. Daniel Cunningham right behind him, and he is gonna stay out again. Cunningham's gonna come in and pit though. My guess is that Cody Anderson is just hoping that his tires will last him a little bit longer, but you see most of the field coming in this time by. And I mean, there's the gap. Peyton Hubbard is off turn 11 right now, and Cody Anderson's going into turn. So I mean, he's gonna have a huge gap by the time he gets out. And by Daniel Cunningham here though pitting, will he? Oh no! Cody Anderson goes around. Contact from Jim Hoffman. And that's the risks of staying out a little bit longer. Get into a position where you don't want to be at. There's Bobby Hall Jr. And now the guy that you were battling for the lead is on your bumper. Cody Anderson right now is the leader, but now the lead is going to go to Peyton Hubbard. 42 machine is definitely going to be coming in this next time by. Like Jim Kaufman just kind of drove it in a little bit more than the 42 was expecting, and Cody unfortunately is going to get tagged in that incident, and he is going to lose a lot of track position. Probably about 10 seconds worth of track time to him. And he is going to go into the pits this time by. Back up here to Daniel Cunningham. He is going to be the big winner out of all this, so we'll be able to watch where he's going. John Mollahan on pit road. Kayla Steffes in this time by. The Alex Healy also in. I think Alex actually came in here. I'm not sure. Some shoes for the 97. Saw him come down pit road a little bit earlier. I'm not 100% sure, but Peyton Hubbard right now, our leader. We'll really be able to see how things stack up after this. You can see Peyton Hubbard starting to get some cars a lap down. David Sheets, John Mollahan. There's Kayla Steffes, Daniel Cunningham right now. You can see is in that solo second spot. Cody Anderson all the way back off of turn 1. So not only did Cody lose second, he's also going to lose third, fourth, fifth, sixth almost. So these two guys are still side by side. Every time you look, Sean Kaiser and Eric Parks seem to be battling. Oh no, Sean Kaiser off the track, and Eric Parks is finally going to get around him. Man, we've been catching drivers at the most unfortunate times. Let's see, Sean Kaiser now is going to lose that spot, and that's third place. Pretty big for these guys. But remember, Sean Kaiser has a win. Eric Parks doesn't. So Eric Parks, would definitely like to get up there. If anything happens, they're going to take evasive action. And he overshoots that corner. And now here comes Sean Kaiser back. Could Sean Kaiser make a move here on the 73? And Sean, you can see, really looking on that outside there. Eric's going to drive it in pretty hard. Sean Kaiser's going to try to make this a wide entry to see if he can get momentum off the corner. That's not the name of the game here at Sonoma. You got to be able to really put your momentum by taking inside closest to the curb. That's where the grip is. There's too much elevation change at this course that it's just very hard to get a really good run off of corners. See there, Sean Kaiser now, the gap between him and Eric Parks. He was able to pull away though at the end of the last run, so we'll be able to watch and see if he can make anything of that. And he's about 5 seconds back to Daniel Cunningham in the 08 machine. So these guys are not too far off of second place. Peyton Hubbard out front right now. 21-second gap over Daniel Cunningham. Race has really been all Peyton Hubbard. You can see lap 22 out of 35. There's about 13 laps to go here in Sonoma Valley, California. He's been lights out. Maybe one little mistake does not seem to really cost him, as he has 23 seconds back to Daniel Cunningham, and Eric Parks has actually put that gap down to 4.3 seconds between him and Daniel Cunningham. So Peyton Hubbard right now our leader. The Bobby Hall Jr. up to 16th after pit stops. Bobby Hall Jr. making up some positions. You see Kenneth McCullough, David Sheets, John Mollyan, all those guys got passed by him. There's Daniel Cunningham right now, running very solid though. But again, there's still 13 laps left. Don't count out Eric Parks from getting a top 2 position. He has been quick and right now running a little bit better than our leader, or our second place driver, that is. Over probably about 1.8 seconds quicker than Daniel Cunningham last time by. You're watching Eric, and then Sean Kaiser has just been all over, well, really, Eric Parks has been all over Sean Kaiser for that mistake. So these guys can find a way to catch Daniel Cunningham. He might have a really good battle for second place, but right now you're at about 4 seconds back of Daniel Cunningham, so they still have a lot of work to do if they want to catch that 08 machine. Kaiser still trying to work on Eric Parks here. Looks really quick. He's going to get to his back bumper here. Going to try to... Oh, and Eric Parks is going to go wide. This is going to open the door for Kaiser. You can see Sean Kaiser, but not going to be able to drive it in deep enough. Eric Parks is still going to come away with that position, but Sean Kaiser is there. If you're going to make that stick, though, if you're Sean Kaiser, you're going to have to really push the issue. And maybe he should have. The opportunity was there, but Eric Parks drove it in deep. And, oh, he's going to get in the back of him here. You know, Sean Kaiser at this point is like, let me go, man. See, Eric Parks is going to take a little bit of a defensive line into this corner there. Pretty even, though, off the corner. Both drivers having a good turn 11 there. 25 seconds now, the interval from Peyton Hubbard to Daniel Cunningham. "12 laps to go here in Sonoma Valley, California. We're watching the battle for third. This battle's been really good. See, we're starting to separate out a little bit. Christopher McCullough right now safely in that 5th position. You see Chad Ross, Bear Morton, we're trying to battle for that 6th place position. Chad Ross, that 83 machines look pretty good tonight. He has a little tiny bit of a gap right now over Bear Morton. See, Bear Morton's not close enough to really do anything yet. Another driver that we've been talking about, Josh Clemens, up into 8th place, man. This 28 has been fast tonight. Made his way up there. Same thing with Dustin Reinstedel, up into 9th. And Lucas Lyons, I know that he really does not like this track. And he is running 10th place right now. So Great run by that 25 truck. Drew Prohl right now running 11th at the moment. Wes Wiggin in that 12th place position. Daniel Worthington running 13th, very solid. All of our cars are on the lead lap. Jim Kaufman 14th. 15th right now is Bobby Hall Jr. 18th right now, John Mollahan. 17th, David Sheets. 18th is Kenneth McCullough Jr. Or Kenneth McCullough is. And he goes back from there, but see that Bear Morton was able to make that move around Chad Ross into 6th place, and here comes Josh Clemens. Not been able to count out that 28 machine. Having a great night. Chad Ross taking the defensive line in there. Josh Clemens all over the back of Chad Ross. Really be able to make a move. Chad Ross is going to go wide here, and this is not really a passing zone. You want to pass, but you just can't. See Josh Clemens, he's really, at this point, you have to set him up for the final corner. You can see Josh Clemens lets off there. And this is why he's going to let off. He's going to try to make a big run into this final corner. Chad Ross thought about blocking, but he saw that the opportunity was there, and one car around there. It's the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. down in the final corner. But Josh Clemens up to 7th place now, getting around Chad Ross. What a run for Josh Clemens tonight. No, that was Cody Anderson in the pits. Let's maybe see if we can take a look here what happened to Cody Anderson. That car looks really damaged, and you saw it there. So he had fallen back, remember. Still running fairly decent. Oh, look. Oh! Oh, big hit. You can see debris fly all over the track, and that was looked like the 83 of Chad Ross, and that's what let Barrett Morton up to him. Is that Chad Ross, it looked like had just gotten a little bit loose there, or a little bit tight off the corner, and Cody Anderson went into him and hits hard into that opening. It's not great. Peyton Hubbard way out front right now. Really the class of the field, and then you see Daniel Cunningham right now 30 seconds behind our leader. While this was happening, Sean Kaiser was actually able to get around Eric Parks. You see the difference between them. So Sean Kaiser into 3rd place. And if you look not too far ahead of them, car going up the hill there, that was Daniel Cunningham. So this battle for 2nd may be more likely here in a few minutes. See, there goes Daniel Cunningham right there, and there goes Sean Kaiser. This gap is less than 3 seconds at least, so watching these guys to see if maybe Sean Kaiser or Eric Parks has anything for our 2nd place driver right now. The gap between 2nd and 3rd. Lap 27 out of 35. We're coming to lap 28 out of 35. 8 laps to go. I really gotta say, it looks like Peyton Hubbard has locked this one up. Over a 30-second lead right now. That 51 machine is just fast, and a lot of people really were not able to we're not really gonna be able to do anything here at the road courses against him, and showing exactly why. There's a lot of road course expertise, and it's much faster than the other drivers. Nevertheless, though, I mean, the competition's still on. The battle right now for second starting to dwindle away from Sean Kaiser. Daniel Cunningham holding his own has increased this gap to 3.1 seconds. Exactly what you want to do if you're that 08 machine. Over 30 seconds behind the leader, but still racing with a purpose. Oh no! Kenneth McCullough. Maybe looks like he gets a little bit of wheel hop there. And he's going to go around the final corner. Christopher McCullough, though, is running really good. Into the top 5 for that 04 machine. Great night for Christopher. As he's just been really good tonight. Very solid and very few mistakes, which I think is the big thing here for Sonoma. And you can see Kenneth's just going to let him on by. He's going to tell Kenneth, make sure you hold up those 2 guys behind you. You see Josh Clemens and Bear Morton. They've done a fantastic job tonight. Even though Barrett Morton, he lost a little bit at the beginning, he's gained it back, and he is now running in that 6th place position. So, nevertheless, maybe not the night exactly that he wanted. I'm pretty sure that Barrett will take this one. See Josh Clemens all over the back of this. Oh no! Christopher McCullough in the grass, and I really should have not said anything. Every single time I say anything about a driver, they make a mistake. That's just how it's been tonight. And now this is going to put Christopher McCullough back in that 6th place position. Barrett Morton now in position for a top 5. Can Josh Clemens maybe get a top 5 out of this? Let's see how fast this 28 machine is. Does he have anything to say? Match the pacer of that 04 machine. Not able to do anything just yet, but back here to Daniel Cunningham, and you can see there's the gap between him and Kaiser. Definitely looks like it's closed up a little bit, less than 2 seconds now. Sean Kaiser not giving up. See the 101 here is just going to maybe get in the way a tiny bit. Might lose a little bit of time there, but nevertheless, he respectfully gets out of the way, or at least tried his best to. Barrett Morton is the battle again for 5th place. Mr. McCullough, Josh Clemens, and Barrett Morton. These guys all over each other right now. And Peyton Hubbard on lap 31. 5 laps to go for this 51 machine. Sean Kaiser closing the gap between him and Daniel Cunningham. Daniel's right there, and then a little bit back. There's Sean Kaiser. 2.1 seconds separates 2nd and 3rd. Will Sean Kaiser pull some fast laps here out and get that 08 machine? And oh, there goes David Sheets around in the back. See him in the grass right there. See Barrett Morton still right now is leading Christopher McCullough and Josh Clemens. They have anything to say about the outcome of this top 5. And look at Christopher McCullough. Great run there, but he was sideways. See Josh Clemens. He's so fast into the braking zones. See, look how much time he makes up. Really quick there. He overdrives it a little bit, but a pretty good entry. And now here comes Christopher McCullough. He's all over the back of Barrett Morton here. Again, there's really no passing zone right here. You have to wait until you get to the final corner to really make anything of it. So you want to stay as close to the car in front of you as you can. You can see he's trying his hardest to. This is the money corner right here. He'll be able to run this corner very good, get the run off, and he will. Oh, he got a little bit loose there. No, save it, and he does. Christopher McCullough was dead sideways right there. He keeps it going, and look at Josh Clemens. He has something to say for the 04. He's going to get ever so close to him, but not past him yet. They're racing hard right now. Battle there for second place. Lap 32 out of 35. 2 laps to go for these guys. 34-second gap to first to second. Peyton Hubbard really has nothing to worry about. Cunningham might have to worry about this hard charging 24 machine of Sean Kaiser. That gap down to 1.8 seconds. See on the interval, Sean Kaiser last lap 1.6 seconds better than our leader. Our second place, that is, which is Daniel Cunningham. Definitely quicker. It's all about will he have enough time, but Daniel Cunningham very steady on. Running nice and easy, and you can see John Kaiser overshoots a little bit there. Are stopped on track. Carlton Charles there. See a little bit behind him. There's Bear Morton. Looks like Josh Clemens was able to get around Christopher McCullough. And here comes Josh Clemens. This move doesn't really work a lot, but he's going to try it anyways. Right, going to the outside. Coming here to 3 laps to go for these drivers. Peyton Hubbard's already hit it. It's already pretty far ahead of these guys. Like we said, Josh Clemens' entry speed has been insane. You can see how close he gets to the back of Bear Morton there. Jeremy Vaughn's going to get out of the way for these guys. And you can see just very smooth around the corner. Bear Morton, though, very smooth as well. He's doing a great job. Now you can see out front, out of turn 1 already. Back here to our battle for second. There's the gap. Daniel Cunningham, Sean Kaiser. Kaiser's there. Coming to 2 laps to go, but again, will he have enough time? Will he be able to generate enough momentum to make the pass? We'll see coming up here. See, just not close enough at the moment. See Josh Clemens falling back a little bit of Bear Morton, but see a little bit of contact, maybe an accident here in the final corner. You see one car smoking there. But Peyton Hubbard off of turn 11. Come by here. White flag out for that 51 machine. Peyton Hubbard has ran a great race tonight. 35 seconds. Looks like Daniel Cunningham and Sean Kaiser. Oh, Sean Kaiser! He's gonna be able to make it work. What happened to cause this? Daniel Cunningham, and it looks like maybe he just overshoots the corner a little bit here, and you can see, well, we can't really see much right here, but you see him run off track, overshoots that, and gives Sean Kaiser P2. But Peyton Hubbard been super quick tonight. I say super, he means super quick. Over a 35-second lead now for the 51 machine. Peyton Hubbard off of turn 11, off the hairpin for the final time tonight. Peyton Hubbard, give the 51 Sonoma. He will win in Sonoma, California. The battle here for second. Sean Kaiser has a few car lengths. Now, if you're Daniel Cunningham here, what do? Do you just throw it in here and try to get second, or are you fine with third? He's there. We'll see if he can send it. Looks like he's just going to be very respectable here. Oh, we thought he would, but he's looking underneath Sean Kaiser. Not able to get it, but he tried. Sean Kaiser's going to finish second tonight. Daniel Cunningham third. Eric Parks, very solid night. He'll score top 5 tonight. Barrett Morton, Josh Clemens, the battle for 5th. Josh Clemens just not able to get it. And Barrett Morton's going to finish 5th tonight. Josh Clemens, incredible run. Going to finish 6th. 7th is going to be Christopher McCullough there. 8th, Chad Ross. 9th, Lucas Lyons. And Dustin Reinstedt earns himself a top 10 tonight. Great run for that 11 machine, and he'll be the last of our lead lap cars. So everyone else has finished the race. Let's see. Peyton Hubbard's going to win this race tonight. Let him do his burnouts and everything there. See, he burns it down here in Sonoma Raceway. I will say, it is much harder to do a burnout in iRacing than it is in real life. That's a pretty good burnout for that 51 machine. Oh, never mind. He lost it there with hitting the wall, but really quickly we'll pop up. These are the results for the race. You can see where they started. Peyton Hubbard finishes first tonight. Sean Kaiser second. Daniel Cunningham third. Eric Parks fourth. Barrett Morton's going to finish 5th. Joshua Clemens 6th. Christopher McCullough 7th. Chad Ross 8th. Lucas Lyons 9th. Dustin Ryan settled 10th. Drew Prohl's going to finish 11th tonight. Wes Wiggin 12th. Bobby Hall Jr. 13th. 14th is going to go to Jim Kaufman. 15th, John Mollahan. 16th, Daniel Worthington. 17th, David Cheats. Kenneth McCullough Jr. is going to finish 18th tonight. Bentley McFarland is going to run in that 19th place position. And Brian Terry 20th. Jeremy Vaughn 21st. 22nd is going to go to Kayla Steffes. 23rd is going to go to Dakota Shepard. 24th is going to go to Stephen Page. 25th is going to Jr. 26th is going to go to Alex Healy. 27th tonight is going to go to Carlton Charles. Cody Anderson is going to finish 28th tonight. Michael Cole 29th. And 30th is going to go to David Brackett. That will round out our field. And we're going to get some interviews underway here. We'll see if maybe we can hear from a few of our drivers. And that will be our top 3 tonight. So let's go ahead and see if we can grab our top 3 drivers. Moment, we only have a few of them in here right now. We'll wait for them to get on, but really quickly tonight, for our interviews, I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors tonight: Red Rocket Building and Barbecue, Butt Kicker, and Bluegrass Power Washing. I want to thank them for doing what they do, but looks like our top 3 finishers are here, so we're going to go ahead and pull up our first of those, Daniel Cunningham. Hey, Daniel, got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, you had a pretty good run tonight. You were really in that 3rd place position for a while. We saw the 42 kind of get caught up in an incident, and that moved you up into that 2nd place position, but Sean Kaiser was able to take that position with 2 laps to go. But go ahead and tell us about your race there, Daniel.
Better than I expected. I'm not a road course guy by any stretch, and Sonoma is one of my least favorite ones. Ranks right up there with Coda as far as places I don't care if I ever drive again. So really my mindset in the race is, me and Peyton have a pretty good points battle going on for regular season championship and trying to mitigate whatever the loss was to him tonight. So 3rd place stage points, 3rd place overall. So definitely mission accomplished. I know he gained a little bit on me on that, but kept it as close as I could.
Well, nevertheless, looked pretty clean tonight. Maybe like a few mistakes at most, but pretty clean 3rd place finish for you tonight. And we go to IRP next week. We're going to Indy. So what do you have to do for next week, going from a road course and transitioning into a very short oval that we'll be going to a flat oval?
Flat oval that I don't think I've ever run in the trucks. I think I've run exactly 1 race there. So Definitely a little bit of practice going into the week, especially with as large as the truck fields are. It's going to be kind of difficult to get some clean track in the practice session. So definitely have some testing scheduled for sure. But other than that, some of my teammates that ran it last season kind of mentioned some things that worked. So it gives me a general idea of what to aim for at least.
Well, also looking, kind of at statistics for this year so far, you have tied for the league leading 6 top 5s now on the season, but a league leading now 9 top 10s out of the first 10 races here of the season. So pretty strong start for you, but we're coming up on those playoffs. We want to know, are you already starting to get ready for these playoffs coming up? We have New Hampshire, Talladega coming up in just about 4 weeks. So, what are you thinking about here going into this last stretch in the regular season?
Honestly, I haven't really thought about the playoffs a whole lot. I've definitely looked at the schedule and kind of circled some, this is where I need to kind of work on or whatever the case is. But I mean, really, my focus for the last couple weeks and even still for until the regular season ends is regular season points champion. Because if I remember correctly, I think it's like 15 bonus points for whoever gets that. So, it's definitely something that you want to carry into the playoffs and everything. But yeah, I mean, really just kind of looking one race at a time, trying not to get ahead of myself. It's definitely easy to do. But yeah, just trying to keep an eye on what's in front of me right now.
All right. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight. If you have any family, friends, teammates, sponsors you would like to thank, the floor is yours.
Yeah, appreciate you doing the broadcast as always and all the work that all the admins, everybody puts into making the league run. Appreciate all my JC Motorsports teammates and especially like with Michael Kostick. He's helped out a lot with me on road courses and he's been an open book with everything. So it's nice to have him and all the other teammates to kind of rely on to get better in that aspect. But yeah, just appreciate everyone and happy with P3 tonight.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next week here in the Bluegrass Iracing Truck Series at IRP.
Appreciate it.
That was Daniel Cunningham, who was our third place finisher tonight. And we're going to go grab our second place finisher, Sean Kaiser. Hey, Sean, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, you're able to, with 2 laps to go there, take second place. This is I would say, a pretty big spot for you. I mean, this is your third top 5 of the season. You've been picking up a lot of points here recently, and you picked up the win last week at Iowa. So it looks like your momentum, kept you going from last week. So go ahead and tell us about your race tonight.
My race was pretty steady. I think the lowest I got was like 4th. I was battling the 73 for a while, but on old tires, I just had really good long run speed, and I felt like I could get through the S's better than anyone besides obviously Peyton. Peyton was the class of the field, but just really long runs, being consistent, not making mistakes. Luckily, I made one mistake, and luckily I was able to get back to Daniel with 2 to go, and then he made a mistake, and I got around him. I was able to hold it from there. Some lap traffic got in the way a little bit. I apologize to Michaela Peterson because I dumped her on the last lap there because Daniel was right on my bumper and I was trying to go through the corner like I had always gone through the corner and got into her a little bit, and I apologize about that. But definitely still working on the confidence from last week. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm here. I'm not that great of a road racer. I think I'm pretty bad at road racing, but being consistent and practicing and not making mistakes, and as long as you do that, I guess you'll find yourself towards the front in these things.
Well, it definitely, at least racing Peyton Hubbard, we saw how fast he was at Chicago, and he really brought the speed. So I'm not gonna ask the question. Yeah, anything for him, but regarding road courses, how did you feel tonight? You were definitely pretty strong here. I'm not sure if road courses are your strong suit or not, but you looked pretty good out here tonight. So tell us about kind of what you did to approach this week, especially racing here at Sonoma. We do go to Sonoma, or we have gone to Sonoma for a while now in the NASCAR Cup Series and everything. So it's a road course that everyone's pretty fond with. But how close are you with Sonoma?
I'm not that road racing is definitely not my specialty. I'm not that great at road racing at all. At least I feel like that. I mean, I usually try and at least be in the top 10. If I'm in the top 5, it's a great day, and this is definitely above and beyond that. And it's probably part of working off of the confidence from winning last week. Sonoma and Watkins Glen, I'm definitely better at than some of the other road courses to go to. I'm terrible at Indy, obviously, and I was terrible at Chicago. But Sonoma, I think, can in a way suit me, which is why I had long run speed, is because it's really, you go slow to go fast here. I mean, you got to back up your corners, take it easy, save tire, because the tire fall off is massive here with, the hot temperature and the hills and the hard braking points. So I guess that my patience and ability to save tire definitely helped me out in the long run, which is why I was able to get into third and then second rather than just staying mired back and fourth. So definitely happy with the result, and definitely more than I could ask for, and hope to keep it rolling onto the next weeks.
All right. Well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight. If you have any family, friends, teammates, or sponsors you would like to thank, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just thank JC Motorsports, JC Graphics, Camerata Truck Parts. Once again, Jason for putting on this league, Bluegrass Iracing, and letting us have a blast, and you for doing this. And I'm going to thank my team, JC Motorsports, Barrett Morton, Lucas Lyons, Daniel Cunningham, who were here today. And Daniel definitely was a help. He had no problem helping us out, even though me and Barrett, we're pretty fast and, fairly close to him. He had no problem helping us out and giving us pointers. So that's definitely what a teammate's for. So I appreciate that.
All right, buddy. Well, again, congratulations on your runner-up finish tonight. We'll see you next week at IRP.
Appreciate it.
That was Sean Kaiser. He was our second place finisher tonight. Very strong run for that 24 machine. In his last 2 races, he's finished first and second. But we're going to go ahead and grab our winner tonight. Driver, the 51. Peyton Hubbard, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're able to put another one in the bag here tonight. Get your 4th win of the season. Your 2nd on road course. So you won Chicago, and now you've won Sonoma. It looked pretty clean, calm, collective out there. I think you may have had one mistake a little bit earlier on, but you were able to bounce back and, win by over 35 seconds. So go ahead and tell us about your race there, Peyton.
Yeah, I think it was one of the earlier laps. I think it was like lap 9 or 10. I just got on it a little too early coming out of 10, and the truck pointed at the inside wall, and I just locked it down, and it kind of straightened itself out, and I think I lost maybe like 6-7 seconds to Cody, and then from then on I was just like kind of calmed down because I must have been pushing it a little too hard. But yeah, I put in a little work this, I think a few practice sessions were able to get the laps down, and this was the hottest out of all of them, so it was really slick.
Yeah, and let's talk about the points battle here with you and Daniel. Daniel obviously finishing third tonight. Looks like you kind of beat him there on points, and I believe you will be pretty close to taking over the points lead after tonight. But nevertheless, it's only going to be by a few points. It's going to be very close. We're going into the last 4 races. We have IRP, Wilkesboro, Nashville, and Daytona. So what do you got to do to win the regular season? Because it's super important. The winner gets 15 playoff points. So what do you got to do to win that here in the next 4 weeks?
Yeah, dude, Daniel's been really solid. I think Jason actually just updated the standings. It's like I'm down 5. Like me and him, it's gonna be fun. IRP and North Wilkesboro are ones I've got on the calendar too. Those are tracks that I tend to like a lot and try to do pretty good at. So those next 2 races I think will really be a turning point. I guess I'd say if I can really knock those out and keep doing what we're doing, we should really come home with that regular season championship.
All right, you've been really fast here as of late, and you were able to pick up another win tonight, so congratulations on that. If you have any family, friends, teammates, or sponsors you would like to thank, the floor is yours there, Peyton.
Yeah, man. NLR, still, all those guys, and I've actually hopped on board WJM for the rest of the season as an actual full-time driver, so it was a good first outing. We worked together a little bit for this race too, so that was fun being in there with those guys. So look forward to that for the rest of the season. And just thanks to everybody.
All right, well, congratulations on your win tonight. And I still was able to beat your time from one of the practice sessions, by the way.
I wondered if you did.
I just had to point that out. I think I ran like 2/10 quicker than you. But nevertheless, okay. You were able to put some really fast laps down. So congratulations on your win tonight, buddy. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you, man.
It's always good to have some fun competition with our Truck Series drivers, as these guys are super fast. And Peyton Hubbard showed it tonight. He was obviously the class of the field, but we're going to be going to IRP next week. Anyone can win that track, a flat oval, a short oval at that, and it's very hard to pass. So we have a lot of action. Make sure that y'all tune in for that race. It's going to be a fantastic race. But don't forget, though, tomorrow night, we're going to be right back here on the Bluegrass Iracing series, hopefully with our correct overlays at that if they are back up. But we're going to be back here for the Bluegrass Xfinity series, so make sure y'all come in and tune in for that. We're going to be back here at Sonoma. Our Xfinity drivers have been so very close this season, just like our Truck Series, so y'all do not want to miss that. But really quickly, again, we want to thank our main sponsors, Red Rocket Building and Barbecue, Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing, and Bluegrass Power Washing. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors for making this happen. And last of all, I want to thank you all the viewers coming out here, viewing every single race, watching your favorite driver come out here and give their all every single week. I really cannot thank y'all all for coming out here and doing that. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. It does so much for us as a community here in the Bluegrass iRacing series. But nevertheless, thank you again for viewing in, and we'll be back here tomorrow night for the Bluegrass iRacing Xfinity series at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you come back here and tune in for another excellent Sonoma race.